period. What do they tell you? How do they in any way confirm for you your intellectual view on deflation and the recovery stalling?
It's just too early. Yeah, I mean, clearly we're having an inventory restocking. You know, the Mervyn King, the Bank of England governor, has got a great contribution to the debate. He says it's the level. Yeah, it's not the rate of change. It's the level. Again, this time last year, we had a dramatic drop in the level of the stock market. We had a dramatic drop in the level of world trade. And we had a dramatic drop in the level of economies. When you meet companies today, and a lot of the industrial companies, you mentioned General Electric, you'll find that they've lost the last 5 years, that they're back to capacity utilization levels and sales levels where they last experienced that like several years ago. So can you generate growth from that lower base? Yes, you can. However, we've got this quantum to fill, which is large. You know, the German economy example, the banks there anticipate it won't be until 2013, 2014, where the German economy gets back to its previous highs. So the levels, I think, are the most important thing, and the levels are low. Now, Japan is an example which we always is drawn out as comparison, and Japan actually has had lots and lots of mini economic cycles, and the danger has been getting too bullish towards the end of these short, typically one-year cycles. So I'd like more time. I'd like more time to see, is this one of these short Japanese inventory cycles, or is it the real thing? My suspicion it's the Japanese, but you know, I'm not going to stand in the way of this bulldozer. I'm going to watch it.
Great question from Stephen, who writes in and says, how can you still possibly sit on the deflationary side of the debate? Isn't it time you admitted you underestimated the amount of money that central banks would print globally? There is no way in the world that this ends in deflation. Every key market indicator is telling you this, yet you refuse to accept it. This is not Japan in the 1990s. The Japanese didn't come close to printing as much money as the Fed has. What will make you change your mind?
Well, that's a very defiant use of language, and I'm finding that increasingly. And the intriguing, indeed the exciting aspect of today is just how ferocious the conviction is with regard to that message, that clearly the future is inflationary, and clearly it is an absurdity to fight that. It's just obvious. Now, nothing in life is obvious. I don't have a monopoly on the future, neither does the questioner. But what is intriguing is that when the community of investors become, as a group, collectively so convinced in one outcome, then what you find is you can create asymmetric trades. And what is an asymmetric trade? It just means that if you're wrong, you don't lose much money. So you ask me, oh, crikey, worst performance this year, Hugh. Now, you know, the bonds have been rubbish, the stock market's gone up, you lost money shorting, the commodities have gone up, that was a surprise. What's my performance? Performance is I'm kind of flat, I haven't lost anything. And yet I still, if that question, and that questioner's belief is proven to be wrong, and that it is, that Japan is the litmus test, I stand to make a great deal, a considerable amount of money. And the joy of that is I'll make it when no one else makes it. I made it last October when people lost money. So I'm the other side. I'm the bogeyman. You know, I'm just there just in case you're wrong. That's my role in life.
We need to move this conversation